Hi friends, it's Kristen, or Krusty if you prefer to call me that, that is fine. For today's video, I am participating again for the second time in Bingo a Shame. So Bingo a Shame is a theme created by DW at Dub's Beauty Diary and Andy at Makeup and the Mundane. It's an Instagram / YouTube challenge. And so they pick a palette every month that it's in the Bingo of Shame because they don't feel like they get enough use out of it. So they want to find a way to get a use out of it. So this is how they do it. And for this month, the palette that was picked is the Planet Spirit palette. This is in collaboration with Baddie Bean and Oden's Eye. And so you just randomly pick numbers, do a palette bingo with it, show off your look on Instagram or YouTube. More people participate on Instagram. It's a really cool group. If you would like to join in, even if you don't have a channel, if you're on Instagram, just direct message DW or Andy. Of course, I will have their channels linked below. And yeah, that's it. It's really fun. If you don't have the palette, you can still participate by duping the shades that you would have randomly drawn. So that's cool. Last month I didn't have the palette, so I pulled in a palette that I thought was very similar. And it was really fun. It's very supportive. Like all the members are super nice and very encouraging, very positive. It's a really good space to be in. So I already picked my 5 numbers. So we do 5 to 10. I usually do 5 because I got small eyelids. I can't shove that many colors on there very easily anyway. And so I got 1, 4, 6, 5, and 8. So I'll show you that so I'm not cheating. I don't know why I would. This is all for fun, but so this is the palette. So shadow number 1 is Fauna. This is a really pretty. This is more like a topper. You're not gonna get a ton of pigment opaqueness out of it. Then we have number 4, which is Pride. That pink there, so very fitting for June. Here, I'm going to swatch them all and then I'll show. And then we got 6, which is that orange. 5, so orange is Rescue. Number 5 is that like yellow orangey shimmer, is Majestic. And then we got 8, which is like a little bit of a lighter orange. So 3 mattes, 2 shimmers. The last shimmer here, I'm gonna do Majestic again because it's over my tattoo and I can't put myself at an angle where it's very easy to see. There we go. It's very bright and pretty. And I am going to wipe this off my arm because otherwise I'm going to end up with eyeshadow everywhere because I have met myself, and yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm just going to make a mess. So, all right, those are the 5 shades that we will be working with. So I'm going to go in with I think I'm going to do what am I going to do? I think I'm going to do Rescue on my crease. And a little bit above my crease because I do have hooded eyes, so I tend to try to do it a little bit above so you can actually see it. So let me tell you about this weekend. My goodness. So we're going to start with Thursday. I leave for work. My light died. I still haven't replaced the battery. I go to leave for work. I like walk out the door. I look outside. Then I come back in. I look at my husband. He's on the couch. Look back outside. Look at him. Look back outside. My brain was glitching for a minute. I'm like, baby, where's the truck? And he's like, what? What are you talking about? Where's the truck? I'm like, the truck's not out here. It's not parked in your usual spot. I look, down the street both ways. I'm like, I don't see your truck. What happened? And he gets up and he looks at me and he's like, well, the only thing I can think of is somebody stole it. So Thursday morning, I'm like, okay, somebody stole our truck. Well, I told my husband Dylan, I was like, well, put some pants on and call the cops because I gotta go to work. So I leave for work and I'm just like, what the heck? And that was Thursday. I'm filming this Sunday. We haven't heard anything. The cops aren't like doing a big manhunt or anything. And then we're going to go in with number 8, which is habitat. I think I forgot to say that. And do that above my crease. So, yeah. The insurance company, if we don't find it in 2 weeks, they'll total it. And so, it's just like, it's kind of one of those things like you never think it's going to happen to you. And not like that stuff doesn't happen in this town. We don't have we have like stupid crime, like stealing cars and shoplifting. We don't have like the big major things usually, but we've been having some crazy stuff, like more and more every year. And it's like, this is why part of the reason I stay in Wyoming is like, we don't have this crazy stuff as often. So it's just like, yeah, it'll work out. It's not the end of the world. It's just like, you feel violated. And it was like, I bought my house before I met my husband. So I had that. I'm going to go back into rescue and do more in my crease. So like this truck was like the first like big major purchase we made together. I was like, for his birthday and stuff like that, I was buying things to like help customize it for him. So it's like a little more personal than just a truck. There's like some emotional attachment to it, and it's just, a violation. Like, what the heck? What have I ever done to you? So we're going to go in with a pride. Right there. So that was Thursday. I went to work. Work was fine. Friday, a nice thing that happened. I went to a book sale in a town a little ways away. Got some books. That was cool. It was like a library book sale. So that was fun. That was nice. Got back to town, and my husband's like his longtime friend from high school, from like when he first moved to town. His dad had passed away. He was actually my patient. So that was rough. That was his funeral and like reception. So we went to that on Friday, and it was really sweet, but there was a lot of tears. I don't generally go to my patient's funeral, much for that reason. I don't think emotionally I would do good in the long run, but it was a little bit different because there was a personal connection. I didn't get to know him very well, unfortunately, but I got to hear many fun stories. He was a really great guy. So that was Friday. So then after the funeral, my husband got a rental car. So I dropped him off at the rental car place, and I went to a bookstore opening. So there was a small indie bookstore opening in my town called the Dreadful Bookstore. It's like horror themed. It was a really cool little opening, cool little store. We pretty much, I guess, I only bought one book. There was only one that I saw that was kind of on my to be read list. So I was excited about that. And I follow the owner on TikTok and Instagram, or on Instagram, maybe on Facebook. And like, I guess pretty much got sold out of her inventory already. So that was kind of cool. So we're going to go in with Majestic down here for the middle of the lid shade. So that was pretty much Friday. Saturday, I went to Pride. I talk about the experience on a video that we'll be showing probably tomorrow or later this week. But I mean, it was super fun. It was really a positive experience. Really just a really good time. Just a lot of love and happiness and support. So it was really cool. Just a good time. Like, that's just how it should be all the time. So that was really cool. I only got up to like 75 while I was out, but I was dying already. You know, maybe this is TMI, but perimenopause, it is not for the faint of heart. Okay, now I'm going to go in with Fauna, that first really beautiful shade, and do that on my inner corner. And oh, I also did I do this yard sale, garage sale, whatever you guys call it. Rummage sale is what we used to call it in Minnesota. So if you're from the Midwest. But what I do is I think I mentioned this before, I just like put my stuff out on the driveway and I have a sign that says, take whatever you want, pay whatever you want, put it in the mailbox. We do have a locked mailbox, but I figure even if we didn't, if somebody stole it, they stole it, whatever. So I did that this weekend too. So for me, that's like a pretty busy weekend. I'm a fairly laid back kind of girl. Oh, I don't know why I kept the sleeves for these, but so this came in this collaboration. There was 3 palettes and I got them all. So and let me put some mascara on so I actually finish the look. And then today's Sunday. Nothing really planned today. I gotta go try to find some skirt steak. My husband wants to make fajitas and I haven't been able to find any skirt steak. So that's my mission. Okay. Let me get a little bit closer. Okay. I really like how it turned out. It's really pretty. It's kind of giving me a little bit of like sunset vibes. I like that. I'm actually going to go back in. I do have highlighter on, but I'm going to use that first shade of Fauna and like put a little extra. And kind of go up here too. Gotta get the nose. Just like Rudolph, I gotta shine. Nose has gotta shine, so. Let me just take this bigger brush and just blend out a little bit. Okay, so I'm very happy with the look. I love doing palette bingos. They just make you put colors together that you don't necessarily think of, or make me anyway. I don't have the most artistic mind, so this really helps to make creative looks that I very likely would not think of on my own. I want to thank DW and Andy very much for creating this and being so open to letting whoever in. That is super awesome of you guys. I think that's it. All right, guys. Please go to Instagram, follow Bingo of Shame, check out all the other participants. Like I said, there are some really creative looks, really beautiful looks, and very inspiring, very fun. And join if that's something that's up your alley that you would like to try. All the participants and members are super nice and supportive, so a great confidence boost. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below, send your friends. We have fun here. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye.